Sometimes we say that international law has nothing to do with the municipal law because it is not a codified law, no one is bound by that law. But recently, an order passed by the Permanent Court of Arbitration in a dispute between India and Italy, Italian mariners case. Now that has actually led to certain disputes being settled or certain things that comes up with respect to the jurisdictional aspect under the IPC, right? So in this backdrop, let me tell you what happened. In the year 2012 probably, these Italian seamen were going, and it was 12.5 or 12.8 nautical miles from India. Up till 12 nautical miles, it is taken to be as Indian territory, and thereafter it is the contiguous zone or the exclusive economic zone up to 200 nautical miles. Now what happened? At this 12.5 nautical miles, this Italian fisherman alleges that they saw that a boat registered as Saint Anthony is coming towards them and is going to bang into their ship. They feared it to be an attack of pirates, and as a result, they shot at those persons and ultimately killed some fishermen, Indian fishermen. Thereafter, this Italian fishermen, they were taken down to the port. They were escorted. वो शिप के पीछे भी शिप लगाते हैं, चलो वहां लेके चलो, जैसे गाड़ी के पीछे पुलिस लगाती है ना. Similarly, they were taken to Kochi, and an FIR was registered in Kerala, and they were taken to custody. However, questions were raised with respect to jurisdiction, whereupon our Honorable Supreme Court came out with a judgment that said that no doubt if the Indian court's jurisdiction lies not only up to 12 nautical miles, no doubt 12 nautical miles is the territorial waters, but even after that to the exclusive economic zone, where up to exclusive economic zone where deep fishing activities are even done. So it says, so that is why that is well within the jurisdiction of India. But the question is, which district? Let me just give you a fair bit of idea by giving you a drawing. Though I have discussed it earlier also. Say for example, if this is India, so 12 nautical miles is, say, this. Now up to this particular is the exclusive economic zone, EEZ, right? EEZ. Now the question is कि भैया ये जो यहाँ पे तो केरला इतनी बड़ी स्टेट है, उसकी कोई डिस्ट्रिक्ट पुलिस होगी. अब if something has happened here, now which state will have the jurisdiction? So through this aspect, Supreme Court said that is the jurisdiction of the central government. Central government. And central government has the jurisdiction, and as such in this case even NIA registered the case against them. Now the fact is, once the question was that these Italian fishermen, the Supreme Court settled that it's not the state of Kerala, rather only the central government has the prerogative and can register an FIR. Now the question is whether they can be triable under Indian jurisdiction or not. To this, Italy went, in 2015, Italy went to the International Tribunal on Law of Seas, right? हमारी ट्रीटी है यूनाइटेड नेशन कन्वेंशन ऑफ लॉ, अनक्लॉस बोलते हैं, यूएनसीएलओ, यूनाइटेड नेशन कन्वेंशन लॉ ऑफ सीज. तो उसमें इंटरनेशनल ट्रिब्यूनल है. उस ट्रिब्यूनल ने ये मैटर को रेफर कर दिया परमानेंट कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन. नाउ द परमानेंट कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन के पास इटली रेज टू थिंग्स. इटली रेज 2 points. द फर्स्ट पॉइंट वाज दैट इट वाज नॉट विद इन द इंडियन टेरिटोरियल वाटर्स and it was a high sea. Since it was a high sea and the ship was flag of Italy, so Indian courts have no jurisdiction, number one. Number two, they said even otherwise, they were the Italian seamen, they had the sovereign immunity with them. फौजियों को होती थी diplomatic immunity, this is sovereign immunity, and as such they can't be treated there. India opposed this stand. However, the Permanent Court of Arbitration accepted the Supreme Court's judgment in the sense that it said that India was well within their jurisdiction, because which extends as per the United Nations Convention of Law of Seas, India can exercise jurisdiction up to exclusive economic zone. That is not at all an issue. However, with respect to the sovereign immunity, the Permanent Court of Arbitration said that yes, these Italian fishermen deserve their sovereign immunity. And as such, Indian courts, though Indian jurisdiction and Italian jurisdiction is parallelly there, but because of the sovereign immunity, Indian courts cannot now try this case, and as such, all the criminal proceedings should be quashed. However, now if we see, there are the family of those Indian fishermen who have lost their lives. Now, what about them? For them, the Permanent Court of Arbitration said that they should be suitably compensated by the Italian government or the fishermen or whatever, how they do. So now, why I'm saying so? This judgment raises a few questions that international law is not totally irrelevant to the municipal law, right? And apart from that, in jurisdiction, if you go through section 188 capital A of CRPC and section 4 of IPC, then you will realize that this is the interesting thing, the maritime jurisdiction, because we have the Maritime Act, and so maritime jurisdiction has to be seen, which is different from what we say that ये तो A थाने में आता है, ये B पुलिस स्टेशन है, ये C पुलिस स्टेशन है, कोई भी पुलिस स्टेशन है, बट पानी में कौन सा पुलिस स्टेशन है? Apart from that, even when I was taking your classes, I emphasized upon it that it is very, very important, and I expect a question on it. And 100% I am repeating, now since the matter is quite settled, we certainly expect a question in it. However, as far as your notes that are attached is, I've taken them from one of the article. Something is brief. What is Permanent Court of Arbitration? It was started in 1899 at Hague. It is an intergovernmental organization. And then, apart from that, the details of the case in a summary way from that article was quite sufficient. So I have provided with you for those who are interested or who feel that they want to go through the same, right? So this is something which is very important for the purpose of examination and for the purpose of every law student. You know, this gives you a dimension that before this case no one ever thought of, that what will happen in such like situations. So you know, this is what happens, right? So I hope you understood the point. Thank you.